Be sure to cook. Welcome back to another episode of Be Sure to Cook. Today we're making Southern candied yams. So stay tuned and let's do this. Okay, I am going to be starting off with fresh yams. A lot of you probably do know about yams, but a lot of you probably don't know how to use fresh yams. Most of you all probably use canned, but I'm going to show you how to use a fresh yam and put flavor inside your yam. So first, I'm starting off peeling 4 big yams because you can get them really big. So I'm going to peel 4 big yams, and I'm just using a potato peeler, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to peel these yams like that. So let me finish peeling these and I'll get back with you. Okay, just cutting up a little bit of imperfections, but I gotta hurry up and cut these and get these in some type of water so they don't turn. Okay, so now that I cut these up, all I'm gonna do is take a knife, very sharp knife, because these are very hard to cut. So please wash your hands and watch your hands. So make sure you wash your hands and dry them really good. And then you want to cut these up, and any of the little imperfections you can always just like peel off if you have any imperfections, but it's still going to keep oxidizing a little bit. Oops. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut these into little triangles, about yo-yo big sizes. And watch out when you do these, because these can be very I'm just gonna cut these. Okay, I'm gonna do these, and these are gonna be put in some water. Okay, let me cut these up and we'll get back with you. Okay, so these have been diced up, and now what we're going to do, we diced them up dry. Then what we're going to do is we're going to wash these off. So let's go wash. Alright, I have already washed my orange, and this orange I'm going to be, here's the bowl that I'm going to be putting all my stuff in. And I'm taking my orange and I'm going to roll it after you wash it. You scrub this like you wash it. Water, just keep scrubbing. I'm going to roll it to get the acidities of the orange, and I'm going to be using this zest peeler. So I need some zest, some orange zest. So I'm going to get some orange off here. Not trying to get the white of the orange. I just want the regular orange. Watch out, because my fingernails are been growing a lot, and I don't want to get nothing on here. So, and before you get this zest off the orange, you want to make sure, guys, you wash this orange really good. Then I'm going to cut this orange, and then I'm going to start to juice this orange, because I need the juice of the orange. So I'm just juicing it and get all this good stuff out of here. I love orange. Okay, that one's gone. And they say fresh squeezed orange juice. Oh my God, you know how long you'll be giving somebody a cup of orange juice? It takes a while. You get all this good stuff out of here. Okay, so I got that orange out, and guess what? I just need the juice, so I am going to drain all this, not giving me any pulse or nothing, or seeds that were left behind. So I'm going to drain all this, just getting the juice. Discard the rest. All right, I just want the total honesty of the juice. Okay, after I got the juice in here, I have the orange zest. I'm going to be putting a whole cup of brown sugar. Got to get your brown sugar on. It's about a cup. Well, it is a cup. It says it's a cup. I'm going to put that brown sugar in. Okay. And I'm going to take it in this juice, and I'm going to dissolve this sugar inside the juice and into the rind of the orange peel. And I'm using this great big bowl because this is where my sweet potatoes are going to go. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to add about, this is a teaspoon exactly, a whole tablespoon of lemon juice, and I'm going to mix that lemon juice right on up with that orange juice and that sugar. Okay, I'm adding 1 whole cup of apple cider and another whole cup of apple cider. So it's 2 cups of apple cider juice. I'm gonna mix that in there. I'm using 2 cups of Kiwi Strawberry Juicy Juice. Okay, I know that sounds a little crazy, a little weird, but believe me, it's gonna be delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna mix that all in there with that. Then a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Teaspoon of nutmeg and a teaspoon of allspice. Allspice is kind of strong, so you want to use a half a teaspoon. Half a whole tablespoon of cinnamon. I have to look at what I'm putting in because I'm forgetting. Then you add 1/3 cup of granulated sugar and 4 teaspoons or half a stick of melted butter. Okay, all your ingredients will be on the bottom of your screen. If you decided to make this and you're making a little bit, you don't want to use too much of this ingredient. If you're using 4 big larges, you're making a big pot of this like I am, like family meals, this is what I'm making. But if you don't make such a big pot, just reduce, leave your sugars the way they are, but reduce your spices. But I'm just making a lot, and this is a soaking material. So now I'm gonna add half a stick of butter. You're not gonna need any melted butter inside here. So that's what I'm doing. So that's all melted butter. And I'm just gonna stir all this together. Don't forget to add your granulated sugar. Please taste your stuff to see if you need any more sugar, because I don't know how well you want your sweet you want yours to be. So now, after I did this, I'm gonna just make sure everything's dissolved in here. All right, so now I'm gonna add my sweet potatoes. Okay. I know that looks like a lot, but this is a soaking. So what we do is we take these yams and we put them in this bowl. Let me get my spoon. And we just dump these in here. and we let these marinate into this juice. And we're going to put a top on these and let these soak. Put them in the refrigerator and let them set in here for 24 hours into all this goodness. Get all this flavor of all these seasonings and everything in here. And then after the 24 hours, because you're gonna do this within 2 days of what you're cooking. Since I'm making this for my Thanksgiving dinner, I'm doing this almost 2 days in advance. So I'm gonna let these soak in this juice, and then we're gonna cook these. So I guess I'll see you all in 2 days. Okay, so what I've done is, after letting these sit for at least 24 hours, I have drained these in my strainer. I have drained the candied yam juice in my strainer, and I put the candied yams in a small pot. Now I'm going to drain this because I had the orange peels that after I washed that orange real good, and I did all that, I stuck that orange peel also inside there to let it just marinate. So now I'm just using the pear juice. And this right here on top of the candied yams is the butter that I put in there. But since I did that orange peel, I didn't want, little pieces of oranges in there. So I strained that, and I'm going to pour the pear juice and the butter that's coming out of there over here, which I'm going to leave some of this juice in this pan to thicken it up. So now this is going to go on the stove, and I'm going to cook. Okay, these are the sweet potatoes, but with all my juice and everything in there, they're candied yams. So candied yams, sweet potatoes, and candied yams when you start putting all the secret spices and sugars and stuff. So they're still cooking, and they're not quite done. I want mine really, really tender, and they're not. So just give it a quick picky up stir, and they're still kind of not done, so they're gonna keep cooking until they get done. Okay, after your candied yams are fork tender, that means when you stick a fork in it, it kind of break up. That means they're fork tender and they're ready. So after that, what you do is you take them off the eye. You take 2 to 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. You want to put that in a bowl. Then you want to add the juice that I told you to save off this. You want to add that in there, and you want to stir it until it becomes liquid and liquefied. It looks like water, like you're putting water, real liquefied. Then when it's steaming hot, you want to take and you want to pour it in there, and you want to take a spatula and you want to stir, like fold lightly, where you won't break up your candied yams. And as you're stirring, and as you're doing that, not stirring, but fold lightly, you don't want to break up your candied yams. It'll start getting thick, just like this did. And if it doesn't, just repeat the same thing. I'm telling you at 3 tablespoons because the more cornstarch you use with your liquid, it'll get thicker, and you don't have to use more and do it all over again. So then you take it and you stir it lightly, because you don't want to break them, because some of them are going to break. But you don't want to break them up till you get baby food. So you want to make sure you still got big chunks in there, and some of them, see, like that one just tore. And then once it gets thick, you turn it off the eye, you cover it up and let the heat, steam, still cooking, and you get this. Steam, you get hot and delicious, and it's so good. Okay, this is it, candied yams. I want to tell you, you can do another thing with candied yams too. Before you thicken this with the cornstarch, you can actually drop a couple of pecans in there, and you can cook those pecans while they're still cooking a little bit. And then before you get ready to thicken it up, you thicken it up, and you got pecans inside here. You can do it any kind of way you want to. You can actually put raisins in here if you want with your pecans. It's all the same, but it's all going to come out the same. It's all going to be delicious, and it's going to be wonderful for your holidays or any side dish. Please like, subscribe, and share to our YouTube channel. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.